Hey, 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 we are live.
Hey, hey.
Just a tad bit, a little early, but we're live. So let me go ahead and get this off my screen. I don't know why it pops up all the time. I don't know how to get that off there, but it always pops up. But let me go ahead and delete it.
Oh,
Oh, here.
that's what it is.
So, while we give a little bit of time, we don't allow some people to come in on here just a little bit. So we're not just gonna start just like like a Reddit. We gonna give a little time for people to show up so that we can actually, so we can give them time to get on here. But if you have anybody, let me go ahead and share this to the chat. I didn't do that. Let me share it. Let me share. What we get over here? Share. We're gonna send it in a message. Yes. We're gonna give a little
Yes,
time.
honey. Yes.
I didn't even put nothing on there. I just sent it. But anyway, so we just gonna give a little time. I know sometimes we just hop on in, but let's see who we can get on here.
Yes. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe
Absolutely,
out.
absolutely. So I know today's been an amazing day. It's been amazing, just while we wait here to get started. Took a walk through the lake, got grounded and everything, right? Uh connected with the nature. I ain't have no ducks trying to eat my clothes or anything like they did yesterday. But anyway, so we're gonna give like another minute or so. We're gonna get started here in about 1 minute. 1 minute. So 6:03, we're gonna get started, and But I'm gonna say this, while we're into this flow. If you are already on here, if you're tuning live or you're tuning on the replay, um, we're going to be talking about building leaders in network marketing, empowering and inspiring, right? So, and as you see, our description says to join us live as we dive into the essential strategies for building strong leaderships in network marketing, right? So, learn how to
Right.
identify potential leaders, provide effective training and support, and create an empowering environment that fosters growth and success. This session is a must for anyone, hear me, anyone to elevate their team and achieve lasting success in network marketing. Don't miss it. So if you just tuning in, we want to thank you for tuning in. And if you would for us, go ahead and comment comment where you're chiming in from, and let us know that you're on here live or replay or the replay. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm totally tired today. But anyway, so but if but I am Shakitha, and I am tuning in from Texas. And over here to my right, we have
You have Wanda tuning in from Florence, South Carolina. Oops.
it's one of those days, guys. It's one of those days.
Uh,
It's just one of those days. But anyway, if you are tuning in right now, if you would comment where you're tuning in from, we appreciate it. We love engagement. If you have anything that you would like to share on this topic, do please share in the comments. We do appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to welcome everybody to today's live session. I am thrilled. We are thrilled to have you here as we discuss a crucial aspect of network marketing, building leaders, right? So building leaders is about more than just recruiting team members, because that's not what we want, right? It is about identifying potential, nurturing talent, and creating an environment where leaders can thrive. So today we'll cover why building leaders is essential, how to identify and develop leadership, and the strategies you can use to empower your team to become effective leaders, right? Because we want people to be effective leaders. That is so important when building a team, and that's what we are doing. We are building a team. So, Ms. Wanda, if you want to go ahead and take us on into why building leaders is crucial.
Oh, yes, darling. Yes, darling. Let me position myself and fix my posture for this, okay? Because this is some good nuggets, some good thoughts. Yo, if you got a pencil and a pad, you want to get some notes, take some notes, jot them down, okay? We're going to talk about why is building leaders so important in network marketing. First off, it's sustained growth. Sustained growth. Leaders drive sustained growth in your organization. That means on your team. They can duplicate your efforts and expand the network. So you got to copy the right cat, but you got to be doing something and having something for somebody to follow and to lead, so they can go out and lead their team, their organization, okay? And empowerment. Now this is real good. Empowered leaders are more motivated and committed. Okay, did you understand that? Empowered leaders are more motivated and committed, leading to more dynamic and a resilient team. That means nothing can stop them. Resilient. I mean, that is powerful right there. And then innovation. Leaders bring new ideas and perspectives, fostering innovation and keeping your business adaptable and competitive. Competitive. That's a whole mindset, a whole thing in the mindset. Oh Lord, I'm tired to them. But y'all understand what I'm saying. My tongue got twisted all up because I was fit to say something, but I didn't meant to say it. Okay. Then we're going to talk about the legacy. Let's talk about the legacy. When you building and you looking for a good leader, that leader got to be able to make a legacy, right? That legacy is building. Just creates a legacy. When you build someone to do what they're supposed to do and stick with it, that creates a legacy. Your business can continue to thrive even in your absence, ensuring long-term success. So that means once you plant that seed and water that garden, make sure you plant the right seeds, how many they tell you to plant, because that way your team will keep growing and growing. But in order for it to grow, you got to go ahead and plant the seed. You got to go ahead and plant the seed within you. So you will know that what you're doing, they'll be able to follow and copy and duplicate it. That's it. Don't make it complicated, make it duplicated. Okay, Shakita, you want to chime in on that, baby?
Yes, I'm going to chime in, but I do want to recognize those who have joined us on tonight. We got Miss Catrice over in Check It In from Colorado. She's at school. I guess you at school. She said checking in from college. All right. All right. And then have my beautiful sis, Miss Apostle Brandy Coleman Adams. That is a long name. All right. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate you being here. And as I said, and thank you for all tuning in. So, but basically, while building leaders is crucial, and like I said, sustaining growth. That's what we want to do as we grow as being a leader, is to sustain growth in our organization, as she said, and be able to be duplicatable and have our efforts duplicated, because that is important. So we don't want, being a leader, we don't want to be having our team do something that we're not doing. And we always use the term leading by example. So, you have to be the example for your team. So in order to have sustained growth, you have to be able to be duplicatable. That is important. Because if they can't duplicate, guess what? They're gone. Nobody's growing.
They're gone.
And also empowerment. We definitely must empower our people, keep and help them remain motivated and keep them committed. and also leading to a more dynamic and resilient team. Absolutely, that's what we want. So we want to empower each and every one of our members, and so that they can be, great leaders. And in innovation, allow them to bring ideas and their own perspectives. So everybody have a different perspective on different things, and it's like, it's not my way or the highway, right? Everybody brings something to the table. and let's say, keeping your business adaptable and competitive. I'm not big. My thing about being competitive is I'm more competitive with myself than anybody else. And adaptability, that is like key for me. I can adapt. You should be able to adapt to anything, right? And we're building legacies here, guys. We are building legacies. We are creating legacies. And in any business that you're in, whether it doesn't matter, network marketing, affiliate marketing, you want to be able to create a legacy, right? Your business can continue to thrive even in your absence. So definitely you want to be able to create that legacy, ensure long-term success. So I definitely, agree with all that Miss Wanda said, 100%. And these are like I said, these are crucial things of building leadership, right? Thank you, Miss Brandy. Thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and get into identifying potential leaders, right? So let's talk about how to identify potential leaders, right? Within a team. Okay, Miss Wanda, we first identify, right?
Right.
So passion and drive. Guys, we're looking for individuals who show passion and drive. Me personally, I don't want to work with nobody who don't have no passion or no drive, right? You don't have no drive, then, if you don't have no drive, then guess what? You're going to drive your team, the morale, you're going to drive the motivation, you're going to drive all those things down, right? So they're enthusiastic about they're enthusiastic about the business and eager to learn and grow. In business, it's a continuous learning and growing. We have to evolve, right? We got to evolve. We can't stay stagnant because things are changing. Everything is changing. And here's the thing that we say all the time. I talked about it this morning. Consistency. Identify team members who are consistent in their efforts, right? Right? You don't have to keep dragging people, right? Keep trying to pump and prime them. No. Identify the ones who are consistent in their efforts, right? They follow through on commitments and show reliability. Oh my God. They show reliability. Oh my goodness. But we're not gonna go into what happened today. But anyway, but the thing is, we got to be on point. We got to be we must be on point with what we're doing. Show up and be reliable. Be committed. Have your stuff together. Okay? So communication skills. Let's talk about it. Oh my God, this is like hitting so much about even what we experienced on today. It is just hidden. Communication skills. Potential leaders often have strong communication skills. That is a must. As I say, what? Communication rules the nation. Okay? If we're not communicating, we in chaos. So they can effectively convey ideas and inspire others. Communication goes a long way. You must know how to communicate to your team. In order to be a leader, you must know how to communicate. And initiative, let's talk about it, right? Those who take initiative and go above and beyond their responsibilities are prime candidates for leadership roles. Oh, man. Those, I gotta say it again. Those who take initiative, go above, hear me, and beyond their responsibilities are prime candidates for leadership. So when you're looking for that leader, you're looking for one that has passion and drive, consistency, communication skills, and initiative. And Ms. Wanda, do you want to tap in on identifying potential leaders?
Honey, baby, Shakita. That passion and that drive. You got to have that passion and that drive. Like you said, like I said, And a prime example of you want to bring somebody on your team. You full of passion about your business. And then you're going to go and bring somebody dried out. They don't never want to do nothing. Never want to participate. None of that. Pop in, pop out when they want to. That's part of consistency. All this ties in together because
Yes.
one thing about it, it would drain you. It would drain you mentally and physically. And it would drain the life out of your team, your organization that you built. Because that's consistency and passion and drive. And that communication skills, don't assume communicate. Okay? Don't assume that somebody's
Right.
going to do you got to communicate this thing. You know,
Yes.
you got conversations. You know, don't assume communicate. That's it. That's it right there. An
Right.
initiative. Mm, I ain't want to do it. I ain't want to do it. I ain't want to do it. There ain't no initiative. Sometimes you got to move out of your way, out of your own way, and go around and do it. Just do it. Your hiccup, messed up, just do it. Okay? Just do it. Make the
Absolutely.
initiative that what you have inside of you so everybody can see that you are going to be a great leader. You are already a great leader, but you can't say you're going to be a leader when every time you turn around, you don't want to take the leadership role or the leadership responsibilities. You just want to push it off on somebody else. No, that's not the characteristic of a great leader. You got to build your self-esteem up. Then you got to do the walk as you do the talk. Okay, now I'm gonna be providing effective training. I just love this that providing effective training. Training is essential for developing leadership skills. Here's how to provide effective training. Mm, You're going to structure training programs, right? Well, that means that structured training programs create structured training programs that cover essential leadership skills such as communication, team management, and strategy planning. That
Come
means
on.
if you come up with something comes up, then you already got the plan in action that you can go ahead without any hiccups. You
Come
got to
on.
move accordingly. You got to just move with it. Don't make things complicated that ain't complicated. Because once you start communicating with the ones that want to be communicated with, then you won't assume you will communicate. And then you come to the table and bring it out. That calls structure. You structuring it out. Because everything happens in life. So something might come up. You already got your plan B and set. So that thing is smooth. Okay? And mentorship.
Absolutely.
Now this one. Now this mentorship. You're going to pair potential leaders. You and me should never part. You're going to pair potential leaders with experienced mentors who can provide guidance, support, and real world insights. And I don't mean when I say
Absolutely.
real world insights, I don't mean snapping pictures and posting pictures. I mean real world insights. I mean, bring me the value, bring me the nitty gritty of it. Don't sugarcoat, just bring it to me. Let's learn and grow together because we are not, all of us don't know everything. We don't know nothing. But it makes a difference when a great leader wants to become a great leader. They do their research. They're willing to go that extra mile. They're willing to do what they ain't never did before. So mentorship is good, but you got to copy the right cat. You got to put yourself around great mentorships that you can bring and pull back into your team with. Okay. Now, workshops and seminars. Organizing. Organize workshops and seminars on various aspects of leadership. That's good right there. These can be led by industry experts or successful leaders within your organization.
And
Now,
that we have.
we just had one, right? I'm waiting on the gyms to come back because they had powerful speakers, They have powerful classes, powerful training. Now I'm waiting on the gyms to come back. Not just to hear about the gyms, but I want to write them down and apply them.
Right.
That's the only way I
Actualization.
become the. That's it. And that's where I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the greatness out of it. You know? So then you want to have personal development. Now this is a little touchy for some people, but it's not for me because I had to grow in myself. Right? Personal development. Encourage continuous personal development through books, courses, and other resources. Leaders should always be learning and growing. And that's my motto. Don't ever think you get too high that you don't learn, that you can't learn to grow. Don't ever think you already made it when you haven't made it. You will never make it. We just arriving. That's it. We just arriving. So always be willing to learn. Always be really willing to communicate. Always be willing to go the extra mile. Okay, Shakita, you can chime in because I go on and on. Go ahead.
All right, all right. And look, I can touch bases on every last one of these points. But structured training and programs. I mean, as a leader, you want to create those programs. I mean, yes, we do have the back office. We have back office training on our platforms, but also you can take and structured training from those trainings that's from the back office, right? You can bounce off those things and have training programs set in place, right? To that will actually cover leadership skills and things like that. Such as, like I said, always be communicative, communicate, always communicate, right? And always have a strategic plan because it is important. I mean, and I can just only reflect on what happened today is that when things are in place, then you won't have all these hiccups and things that happen. I mean, things happen, don't get me wrong, but if things were structured in place and the communication and the management was there, then it would not have happened. But we're gonna do better as a team, right? So in mentorship, that is so important. I mean, how can I mentor you if I never been mentored, right? I mean, so yes, you want to be able to point out and spot those potential leaders that you can assign them to or pair them to someone that some experienced leaders, right? Experienced mentors. So yes, you want to be able to have that guidance and support in, like saying, the real world insight, right? So, and again, workshops and seminars. I mean, we have so many of those. I mean, so if you're not a leader, you're not attending those. I mean, shame on you, shame on me. Okay. So, but the thing is that go to those workshops, go to those seminars, so that you can, like Ms. Wanda said, bring something back to, give to your to share with your team, right? I mean, when you become a leader, right? You want to provide that effective training so you can whatever you got, bring back and train it so it can be actualized or implied, if I would. And of course, personal development, it is continuous. We don't ever stop developing. We don't ever stop getting personal development. And like I said, it comes through, like I said, many sources, books, courses, videos. So always be learning and growing, as it says on personal development, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go into this next point, right? Excuse me. And that is creating an empowering environment. An empowering environment is critical. Hear me. It is critical for fostering leadership, right? Here's how to create one. You ready to take this in, Ms. Wanda?
Take it in. Yeah.
So yeah. So I hope y'all really taking notes here. Like saying, we bringing value, and yes, we got our little hiccups too, because look, we're not perfect in bringing this information, but it is definitely valuable information when we're talking about building leaders in network marketing, right? And for that matter, just building leadership in general. So encourage autonomy. Give your team members the autonomy to make decisions and take ownership of their task, right? It's like responsibility for the most part. Encourage them to take responsibility. And this builds confidence and independence, right? Because you want, I mean, and just like saying, you have to have confidence to be able to stand in front of people. When you're building a team, you have to have confidence. You got to be independent of your leader, right? You have to be independent of your leader. So how will you become a leader if you don't have the confidence to stand in front of a room? If, like I said, Miss Wanda said, if you don't, sometimes you have to volunteer. If somebody asks you, hey, who wants to do XYZ? Sometimes volunteer. Be confident. Be confident. Stand up. The more that you put yourself up, the better you get, right? And be independent. Be independent. So anyway, let's go into the next thing. Foster collaboration. Promote a collaborative culture where team members can share ideas, support each other, and work together towards a common goal. Work towards common goals. It's just like, me and Wanda, like we in the same business. We're part, and we're collaborating. I mean, nobody had to tell us, hey, you know what? Won't y'all go work together? I mean, this is open for anybody to do this. I mean, you want to be able to collaborate because the thing is, look, you want to be able to collaborate. It's not, come together because, everybody has their own set of ideas that they can bring to the table. And we're just to support one another. I mean, that is key for me. And that's what I'm saying. For me to be in business with someone, support above everything is what I value the most, is support. And that we can work towards a common goal. Like you said, Janet Jackson says, work toward a common vision, pushing toward actual, whatever that goal may be. I mean, so the thing is, like, we must, it's a must. We must collaborate as a culture, right? So let's talk about celebrate success. Celebrate the success of your team members, both big and small. Recognition motivates and reinforces the positive behavior, right? So it's not going to help. It's not going to hurt you to clap, but I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to clap for the right thing, right? So really, if you're doing, I mean, the smallest win should always be celebrated. Like I said, it doesn't matter how big or small. Let's celebrate. Let's recognize that. Let's reinforce positive behaviors. So Ms. Wanda, I can go on dates with that right there. And Brandy says yes, and she says exactly. Yes, ma'am, exactly. I agree 100%. But anyway, Ms. Wanda, go ahead and chime in on some of that if you got anything you like to add to the creating an empowering environment.
Honey, you already know, right? The celebrate success. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna plug right there. Celebrate is success of each and every one of your team members. I mean, because you have some that show up to every meeting, every call, every play you call, they show up. And they may be not moving the team. Remember a couple weeks or last week, we was talking about everybody brings value to the team. Don't go putting all your cookies in one basket, because this can either break or make the team. You recognize the teeny wins. You recognize the ones that consistently shows up. You recognize them for every little thing they do. That will build up their self-esteem. That will build them up and give them that push they need. Don't go to being a great leader. Don't go and start dividing the team up. You keep them all together. Recognize, like you said, the teeny wins, because those little teeny small wins, I guarantee you, will turn into mega wins. Because sometimes as a leader, as becoming a leader, I sit back and I look and I observe how some of leaders already or like spare the fence, as you say. Okay, this person is moving. Okay, on with that other person. This person moved. Then next thing you know, you coming back trying to revamp. but it's too late because the hurt has already been there. But being a great leader requires that you recognize every and everyone for their effort and for everything that they do, because everyone brings value to your team. Everyone brings value. Now, you want me to go ahead on? Want me to go ahead and talk about leading by example? That where you at? That where we at? That's mine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Leading by example. That's it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, first you want to demonstrate integrity. Always act with integrity. Always act with integrity. Your team will follow your lead and emulate your ethical behavior. Hello. Will they see what you do? Then they're going to do what they see you do. If they don't see you doing nothing, they ain't going to do nothing. If you're going to call the play, you're going to call that play, but you're going to be the head leader of that play. You're going to be posting and putting your numbers before your team does, so they can see that, okay, well, I'm going to do it. But if you're not doing nothing and do everything decent and in order, fix your posture as a leader. And so your team can follow the ones that are following you. You setting great examples for them. Okay? And stop knocking the next. Get up and do what you're supposed to do. Then you won't have to knock nobody. Okay? I'm just saying. Then you're going to show commitment. That means showing commitment to your team. First, you are a leader. You put this team together. You got people in your downline. Show your commitment to the business and your team. Your dedication will inspire others to be equally committed. That means if you talk, that is it all in a nutshell right there. You got to first be committed. You, nobody else but you building, you got to be committed. I said, I'm a builder. I am going to be committed because I got passion, I got drive, and I want to see everybody win. And if I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. If I don't, we're going to change time because we're going to make it work. That's just it. I'm going to have something in plan because you learn from hiccups. But you got to be willing to be committed to doing what you say you want to do. Nothing should be able to come between that commitment because everybody's watching you. You at the front center. Okay? Now, be transparent. Oh, me? I am that transparent. Okay? Let's get that all out. Maintain transparency in your actions and decisions. Okay? Open communication builds trust and respect. Okay? And we're going to, look, me and my team going to do something. I'm gonna make sure it's round the table with everybody. Everybody agrees on the date, time, and whatever. Give them enough time to get it together so we can all go as a team. Not 3 and 4, not 5 and 6, but the whole team be able to go together. You got to be willing to go that extra mile. When you're making the decisions for the team, communicate. Have a meeting, call me, whatever you do, Zoom, phone, conference, however. But make sure everybody's on the same page, okay? All right, now, we want to stay positive. That's the key. You got to stay positive with this thing. Nobody can, oh, God, look, nobody can come and shake me because I'm already positive. I already know that I'm becoming a leader. Okay, and I'm gonna be the best leader there is because you want to know why? I'm gonna keep a positive attitude for one. All right, keep that positive attitude. Even in challenging times, if I'm going through something at my household, my team will not know about it because I'm going to be wearing the same smile, okay? I'm going to have that positive attitude. Your resilience and optimism will motivate your team to stay strong and focused. Okay, you want them to stay strong and focused. You don't want them all over the place. Like this, keep their mind grounded and rooted. Take the time to find out what they determine to build, what part of their business they want, and then you strive from there. You'll work with them on this level, work with them on that level. That's how you become a great leader. You got to be committed to this thing. You got to have resilience. You got to be optimistic. And you can't just switch up and make decisions. You got to be real at this thing and keep it real and keep it 100. So Keith, I'm gonna let you take over. I'm getting a little hot up in here now. You want to chime in?
All right, Brandy is like, she is agreeing. Yes, 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 exactly. So, yes, demonstrate. And the thing is, this is key. And I know we're kind of like lagging a little bit, but leading by example, I mean, it's the most most powerful ways to build leaders. And so Brandy said exactly, yes, don't move out of emotion. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for that. Don't move out of emotion. Yes. So, but again, you know, even our CEO talk about integrity. Always act with integrity. Okay. You know, your team will follow your lead and emulate, will copy, hear me, your ethical behavior. Now, if you, like I said, you know, if you are not showing integrity, guess what? They're going to duplicate what you're doing. They're going to copy exactly what you do. If you're being unethical, they're going to be unethical, okay? It's almost like you're saying, once they copy the right cat, I mean, you're copying, you must be duplicatable. So if you're duplicating bad behaviors, guess what? You're going to have a bunch of rebels. Come on. Right? You have a bunch of rebels on your team. So, and let's show commitment. Show your commitment again to your business and your team. If you're not committed, you can't just be committed to one. You got to be committed to all, right? You got to be committed to all, not part of your business, but all your business, right? Your team dedication will inspire others to be equally committed. So if you are committed, they will be committed too, because you are demonstrating, you are leading by example. Am I right or am I right? So another thing.
You're right.
And Brandon said, you taught me to get rid of, what's that? Brandon said, you taught me to get rid of energy zappers. Thank you, sis. You're welcome, and I appreciate that. And yes, we must get rid of those who is going to suck the energy out of you. Okay, energy vampires. Okay. Yes. So, but be transparent. And I'm gonna say this: I'm the most transparent person that you ever come across, because I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't hide anything. I don't feel like I don't feel like I need to. You get what you get. Okay. So, but again, maintaining transparency in your actions and your decisions. Okay, be transparent. Hey, you know what? You may have acted a certain way, but be transparent about it. You may have made a decision, but be transparent about it, right? There's no need to sugarcoat a lie. You know, I don't do excuses. Don't make no excuses, because they lies. Be open to communicate, builds trust and respect. Okay? You want respect? Build it. Right? Stay positive. That's me. I'm an alchemist. I'm gonna transmute. Keep a positive attitude, even when things ain't going right. Have a positive attitude, even when there's challenging times. Have a positive attitude. Your resilience and your optimism, seeing the glass half full, not half empty, not being a pessimist, but being an optimism, will motivate your team to stay together. Stay strong and focus. Right? Focus. Yes. Right. So, like I said, we can beat that dead horse all day long, okay? But we're going to move on until empowering leaders to empower others. What are we being leaders for? Manifest that. Come on. Manifest. That's what we do. We're going to manifest this thing, right?
Right.
It's going to already happen. What we talked about this morning? I am so happy and grateful now that we talking in the present tense, okay? We talking in the present tense. So, but again, like I said, empower leaders to empower others. Empowered leaders, hear me, empowered leaders should be encouraged to empower others. Here's how to make that happen. Here's how you can make that happen. Encourage mentorship. Encourage mentorship. Encourage your leaders to mentor and support other team members. This creates a ripple effect of leadership and development. Now, and I have to say that, I am really appreciative to say this, and I'm grateful, and I humbly say this, is that my business partner over here, my co-host over here, she calls me her mentor. Okay. She calls me. So, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And, because the thing is, like I said, I don't know everything, but what I do know, I will share. I'm definitely going to encourage the person to, I'm an encourager. I do that. I inspire. I empower. I motivate. I impact. That's what I do. And that's what we should be doing as leaders, because what that does, it creates a ripple effect of leadership and development. Because and this is probably something that she does already, but I love how Miss Wanda took that leadership road and said something today, which was empowering, which was impactful, to encourage somebody to get up and do something. And that was, I love to see, when you do things like that, and you're doing it not out of just, trying to put somebody on the spot, but you're doing it because you see potential, and that person already know they have that potential. But sometimes, we need that little push sometimes. Mm-hmm. Not saying that, we're trying to force anybody to do anything, because you know what, that's when we in network marketing, this is your business. You do what you want to. But the thing is, you can do more with a team, right? You can do so much more with a team. Because what it's saying, a person can win a game, but a team can win championships, right? We hear that a lot. So, but anyway, delegate responsibilities. Delegate responsibilities to your leaders and allow them to take charge of projects and initiatives. We had to experience this on today. You feel me? We experienced this on today. Our director, she's out, right? She's out. So we got to stand up. We got to come up. We can't be pointing blame and saying, okay, oh well, I didn't know what this is why. Moving forward, you got to do better, right? And so let me get off of that and promote leadership. Promote leadership. Leadership opportunities, okay? Create opportunities for your team members to step into leadership roles, such as leading meetings or organizing events. Okay? Okay. All right. Love you. Love you too.
All right, later.
We appreciate you. Thank you for your engagement. We definitely appreciate it so much. But yeah, you got to recognize, promote leadership. That's what I was on. So, yeah. We got to promote leadership, right? So the thing is, because as a leader, you can't do everything. You can't do everything, but you have to create those opportunities. All right? You got to promote it. You got to step up. Those potential leaders out there, you potential leaders, step up. You shouldn't have to be forced to do anything, especially if you're building a team. If you are building a team, you should be stepping up every chance that you can. Getting in front of the room. You feel me? Getting in front of the room, being able to stand up in front of people and talk and speak. Because the thing is, you can't hide behind everybody else all the time. You can't keep hiding. You have to step up and do your own thing someday, right? And recognizing leadership potential. Publicly, hear me, publicly recognize and celebrate the leadership potential in your team. Give that recognition what recognition is due, right? Give it. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, we are not in the business of competing for leadership, because the thing is, one thing I'm gonna say this, you got to already know that you're a leader, and nobody have to tell me that I'm a leader. Nobody have to tell me that, because I already know this.
Come on.
Not being arrogant, not being an ego, but I'm saying this in confidence because I know who I am. Now, do I stumble? Yes, I do. But the thing is, no one can tell you that you're not what you already know, right? So anyway, when you recognize leadership potential, this encourages others to aspire to leadership roles, right? So do that. So Ms. Wanda, do you have anything that you would like to add in this particular topic?
You know I do.
I do.
You know
I do. I do.
Okay. When we are leaders, we by leaders, and we got other leaders coming on up under us. Stop making excuses for them. How are they going to be great leaders when you keep making excuses for them? They must go through the proper channels like you did, because you did become a leader overnight. You had to go through the process. So stop trying to make shortcuts for them and this and that for them. Give them the naked truth, the raw truth about it. Let them know, you got to step up and be in front of the room. You got to be able to present. If I'm not here, you got to be the one to step up. It's a whole team of us. Over 100 and something us on one team. So therefore, every meeting, every Zoom, everything we call shall be able to go forth without any hiccups or anything. Because everybody, everybody's supposed to know their roles and what they can do, their weakness and their strength. Everybody should be able to step up to the plate. I'm going to be transparent. When I first did this presentation in front of somebody, the young lady came to my house and brought 3 people with her. I had some hiccups and everything else, but I wanted it because I know what I had inside of me. And once you know what you got inside of you, it don't matter who you standing in front of. Know what you know. Practice. Demonstrate. You already got it inside of you. I can stand up in front of 1 million people right now. I may be a little nervous, but I'll get that through because I know how to manipulate, how to change, how to relax and let the anxiety roll off of me. But how you know you're going to be able to do something if you never do it?
That part.
Kudos to you. The day was your first time practicing. Knocked it out of the ballpark. I am proud. You got skills beyond skills. When I called you and said, look, I need help, we collaborated. Not once. Yes, you're my mentor, coach, and all that good stuff, because I'm getting value. And when you see another leader, then you can collaborate with, you're going to join at the hip and run with it. So the leadership lies within, y'all. Okay, the leadership lies within. You can be having a conversation with someone, and you know the key words to listen for. You can tell by the way they carry themselves, how they act. Go to their social media page. Leadership, you're looking for leadership roles. People that have the potential. And how I know if you got it or don't got it, because you won't say nothing. Open your mouth and speak. That's the only way we're going to know if you're a leader.
You know what? That is so true, Ms. Wanda. And if I can add to that, because I can only speak about myself, right? Because I haven't always been a leader. Because it's easy to hide behind somebody else. It's real easy to hide behind someone else, right? And let them lead you. But don't get me wrong. You still must be a good follower. You still must be a good follower. But the thing is, but when you know you have that leadership position, you know you have to come out of that shell. Sometimes you got to come up out of your. I said it's okay to be comfortable. Be comfortable out of your comfort zone. You feel me? So sometimes you just have to take the initiative. Especially if someone sees some potential and you know what you can do. You know what you can do, right? I mean, like I said, I have to really speak on myself, because the thing is, there was times before I wouldn't speak in front of, no one. I mean, I think my very first time I actually spoke in front of a group of people was at church. was at church. And And then, and then I started going to the jail. Then I started speaking in front of those people. I mean, then we started doing Zoom calls, and then I started getting on lives. I started, sometimes not even making no sense, just hopping on there, just putting myself out there. It don't matter what nobody thinks, nobody what they're gonna say, because I'm gonna tell you right now, people gonna talk regardless whether you're doing good or you're doing bad. So it don't even matter. So just know that you know what you know. And I know you understand what I'm saying. Okay? I don't even have to explain that. But anyway, go ahead, Ms. Wanda.
Yeah, since you said since you said that, this is a good conversation that need to be had tonight. This is a good topic that we're talking about tonight, and it had things that had to be said. But that was my first time speaking out. Was at church because I was sick. I was secretary for the church. My first time speaking. But now my confidence, my self-esteem, I finally got my voice back. And you know what I'm talking about. Now I can't shut up. And now I refuse to see anyone that I know that I come in contact with and I know what they're working with to sit back and don't open their mouth. Because that's just it. If I'm getting resistance, I want everybody getting resistance. You see what I'm saying? You want it? Open your mouth. Talk about it. Ask if you get stuck. Ask for help. It's okay.
Look, you know it. You know I'm gonna ask for help. Hey, am I saying it right? How do I do this? Did I say it the right way? Or do I need which part? How do I say this first or do I say that second? Right?
Open and dry your lips.
So
open and dry your lips.
Yeah, I mean, when you stand out in front of the crowd, it does help you with your confidence and self-esteem. Yes, it does. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I'm like, we can have these individual conversations, but when you're building, you're gonna have to stand up and be a leader, because you can't be a leader and build a team. You cannot be a leader and build a team. So, because my question is, why are you building the team if you're not gonna lead them to success, right? How are you gonna do that? I mean, you can't continue to have somebody else do your job, do the work for you. You must do that work yourself. You got to show the people that's coming behind you how to lead. We say lead by example. You must lead by example. And that it is what it is, and it is what it was. Okay, so be it, and so it is. Okay? Go ahead, Ms. Wanda.
Okay, we're going to talk about some few real life examples and success stories. Okay, y'all know we get to that part where we get to talk about these stories and share some examples with you. Okay, we're going to start off with Sarah tonight. Sarah identified a passionate team member and provided continuous mentorship. This team member eventually became a top leader, driving significant growth. Just for a little teeny second of mentorship. That's all she did was continuous. She kept doing consistent mentoring this young lady. And look what happened. Top leader. Look what happened. Building. She's ready to lead now. So she's going to take that and do the same duplicate thing that her mentor did with her. Duplication. That's it. Duplication. Now we're going to talk about David. David created a collaborative environment where his team felt empowered to share ideas and take on leadership roles. His team productivity and initiation skyrocket. Okay, everybody brings value to your team. Listen. Everybody brings value to your team. If you say you want to call someone, return their call. If it ain't up for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 seconds, do it. Because you never know what that person has to say. And it may bring a change to your team. They may want to empower you. Always empower your team members Always. They get them to share their ideas and their thoughts. Just don't run a play without asking them their opinion. Because they can either make the team or break the team. Because a lot of times they want to know, we ain't had a chance to get this done or that done, but they already done changed this. Always be considerate. Always be considerate. That's it. Just be considerate and empower
Communication.
everybody on the huh?
No, I just
What
said
you said?
communication. I just I just said communication. Keep going, keep going.
Quit assuming and communicate. Communicate and stop assuming. That's it. Okay, example 3. We're going to talk about M. Okay. Emma's commitment and personal development inspired her team to pursue their own growth, resulting in a highly motivated and skilled leadership team. There you go, right there. Emma's commitment to her self-development, her personal self-development, inspired her team, because you best believe your team members looking at everything you do and they mimicking everything you do. So if we ain't showing up, don't think you hurting you hurting your team. Remember that. If you're not doing what you call the play you call, remember, you ain't hurting yourself. You ain't hurting them. You hurting the whole team. You hurting you at the end of the day, because the team going to start falling. So they're going to be all over the place, and that's when you call rollback. But we got to be transparent. We got to stand back, stand accountable for us. If we in these leadership roles, we got to take accountability for us. If we bringing people on that build them up, that build our team, let's make sure we bringing them on for a human being and somebody we want to see grow and have passion for their success, instead of bringing them on for a number. At the end of the day, everybody deserves greater, but they got to be taught. They got to be educated. They got to be motivated. Well, so when they see you doing these things out front and bringing value to others, then they're going to want to be a part of it. Now, I'm a hush now, because I don't go to school.
But yes, these are definitely all great examples. So, I mean, any place that you need that feel that you can fill in that spot as far as being a leader, definitely do that. If you be a mentor, provide mentorship, collaborate, empower, right? And be committed, right? So we're up to our Q&A session part. Now, we're going to open up the floor to your questions about building leadership in network marketing, whether you're seeking advice on identifying potential leaders, providing effective training, or any other aspect of leadership development. We're here to help you. Feel free to ask anything related to building leaders in network marketing. So if you have any questions, the floor is open to you to ask your questions or even make a comment. If you have a comment on anything that we have spoken about on tonight in regards to building leaders in network marketing, do put your comments in. And if you don't have anything on tonight as of right now, because we do have someone that is tuning in with us right now. But if you don't have any questions, you can always ask those questions later. If you watch the replay, we will definitely go back in and answer those questions for you, right? Or even respond to your comment. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get this thing wrapped up. And we just want to encourage you to focus on building and empowering leaders within your network marketing team, right? And remember, strong leaders drive growth, foster innovation, and create a lasting legacy for your business. So we want to thank you all for joining us on today, and we hope that you found this session valuable, and we look forward to seeing you develop and inspire the next generation of leaders in your network marketing journey. And if you found value, please do share this live. We definitely appreciate it. And also, like saying, if you want to even have a conversation with me or Miss Wanda, we are always open for a DM conversation. So go ahead and just send us a message and we'll definitely get back with you, or we'll have a conversation with you. Okay. So, but again, I want to say have a divine night and we will see you on tomorrow.